Alrighty guys, welcome to a brand new Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. I am more than excited to be checking out this game. I will tell you guys this, if you have never seen a Trails game, this is just the latest installment in a long running series. I highly recommend you not only go check out my Trails Through Daybreak 2 video before watching this, but also, if you want a little bit more backstory, you can go watch Trails in the Sky first chapter. Alternatively, if you're playing this yourself, you can go to Archive here, Past Trails, and it will actually show you the events from previous games, all the way from the very beginning. I do want to say, the Trails series means a lot to me. This series, I started playing it as soon as I got let go from my last job. It was back in November of 2024, and I needed a game series to play, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and play all of Trails series. I've heard a lot about it. When I finish that series, I'm going to go ahead and go look for a new job. Well, I finished the series, and along the way, I was trying to look up YouTube videos for this series and couldn't find anything anywhere, so I was inspired by this series to start this channel, and here we are now, almost exactly 1 year later. So I'm very excited to go ahead and check it out, so let's get into it. So I do still have some of my saved progress from the Trails Through Daybreak game, so we'll see if any of it transfers over. We'll go ahead and hit new game. We're going to be playing the entire game on normal difficulty. Found clear data for Trails Through Daybreak. Choices made there may be reflected in this game, and special clear bonuses can be obtained. Load Trails Through Daybreak clear data? Yep. I think these are the exact same because I like to make duplicate copies. For having the completed data, we get a droplet of all of them. And then found a clear data for Trails Through Daybreak 2. We'll go ahead and do the same thing. I actually have a few save files here because we did the extra content at the end of the game. So these should be the exact same. So let's go ahead and do this one. We get a Daybreak droplet, a Zerum powder, and a Zerum capsule. Is it just going to throw us right into it? Usually we get a little opening movie. I wonder if we're going to get it. A certain day in May, 1209. That about sums up what we saw in the trailer. We see the rocket launch.
Incredible!
So that's a satellite.
Whoa, it's all sparkly up there!
July 8th, 1209. So this is a month later-ish. Outskirts of the capital city, Levant. So we've actually never been to Orid State, I don't think. We knew that Marduk was stationed there. Marduk Total Security Company, Orid Headquarters Building. I won't read all of the, like, location stuff. That's why I wasn't reading about the satellite or anything. That's Marduk. I guess it's all Marduk, but they look exactly like they did back in Cold Steel. I guess our heroes are here because that's Van's car. Integrated Virtual Combat Training Facility, Valhalla Sector. I won't explain every character in this game, only the characters who did not appear in Daybreak 2. Just in case you guys have seen that video, I don't need to go back into detail on who Van is. But new characters I'll talk about.
Again.
Sure enough. We got some kind of ruins this time?
From the southeast part of the continent by the look of it. Eyes up!
Damn it! Deploying shards! Farida, Master, let's do this.
Come on!
Understood. Show me just how much you've improved this time, all right?
Here we go. This is the combat system. It is very much like Daybreak 2, but if you've also just played Trails in the Sky first chapter, you're going to know what you're doing here. Basically, there is a turn order in the top. You'll see who's going to act next, as well as any bonuses they're going to get, such as HP, CP, or burst gauge.
Flying dragon lurking in the ruins.
And when you get close to a character, you'll actually have this little, it's a tag attack. So you'll end up doing a tag attack with them.
We're taking this bad boy
You can also
down.
speed up the game. I like to keep high speed mode up for most fights that aren't boss fights. Do I have arts attacks? I do. So arts are basically your magic in this game. I guess we'll just go ahead and aerial dust to hit both of them. No, it's not great to have Van do that, but this is that tag attack I was talking about. Essentially, if you have two characters next to each other and you're able to attack an enemy, you'll get a little boost. We'll go ahead and have Burgard, I believe his name is right there, do that. Burgard was not in Daybreak 2. He was in Daybreak 1, though. He's essentially the master of Van Arkride, your main protagonist. Well, this kind of sucks because I think I'm going to miss out on... I don't think he's going to hit with his spell. We'll go ahead and speed it up just because this is essentially a tutorial fight. Just teaching you some of the basics of the game. These are your bonuses you can get, including HP heal, EP heal, CP up, Sepith up, critical, zero arts, boost plus, and blitz, which is brand new. Activates a blitz chain or a blitz support action. Everything else will be explained as we go through here, like what those things are. So I won't go into too much detail yet. Let's do a normal attack. Get rid of these plant enemies. And then this should get rid of you. No, it didn't chain with Van. Never mind. All right, Fairy. Can we do something a little bit better here? I do like Fairy's new outfit in this game, though. We'll just defend. And then get a combo attack. Let's see. I don't really want to use Fairy's magic. Here's the thing. I don't know if they're going to be... I don't know if they're going to play the same they did back in Daybreak 2 or not. Because you can build them kind of however you want. So it's like, do they have the same arts damage as they did back then? Not sure. What, it keeps yelling at me to shred their weak spot with an art, so we'll do that. We're getting really hurt anyway, so... and then with Van, we'll do the same thing. Aerial dust. I don't know how much this is doing, and we don't have our brakes yet. Or S brakes. Well, that did a lot. So this should finish it off. We'll go ahead and just do a Spark Edge. Fairy does normal attack, and this should be enough. You can see there we get a little bit of XP as well.
Finally made it through. Seriously, what are they thinking throwing stuff like that at us right out of the gate?
if you ask me. They should have given us something even tougher. Especially considering neither of you so much as broke a sweat. In any event, I'm heartened to see you haven't been slacking on your training while I've been away. You as well, Fairy. And if this old eye doesn't deceive me, you've grown a bit taller, haven't you? I almost didn't recognize you at first.
Yeah, only about 2 reach, though.
There's Farida, my least used
You must have
character
been
in
training
the
a lot too,
Daybreak
Vanguard.
games.
You seem even stronger than when I saw you last year. Man, I really wish I could learn some of your moves.
I don't know if any of his moves are gonna do a whole lot for someone in your weight class.
And there's our protagonist, Van Arkwright.
I'd heard you'd gone pretty far out to the eastern borders. Guessing a lot happened to you out there?
Nowhere near as much as what happened to you, it would seem. The Garden Master, the Crimson Grindle. I'm impressed you were able to handle it all.
Yeah, but it left us with way more questions than answers.
No kidding. We're not sure what sort of threat's waiting in the wings now. That's why I pounced when you sent me the invite here, Master. This brand new shard function Marduk whipped up is just the kind of trick we'll need up our sleeves. Still don't get why the invite came through you, though. There's something you ain't telling me?
You'll find out soon enough. Now, let's get moving.
Tamam, beginning advance into Sector 2.
Fine. Guess for now, I'll just focus on finding a worthy foe to really put this shard function through its paces.
These are our basic controls. If we click with the, there we go. I want to change it over to be our Xbox controls. Probably should just default it to that. You can essentially see what you can do in the field, such as confirm and talk, cancel, open chest, use the main menus, all sorts of different things, high speed mode. I'll go over that if it gets important later on. Next up, we can press start and we can actually see our menu. I think this is a revamped menu even from the last game. Essentially, each button gives you a different thing. So right on the D-pad will show the statuses of all your characters. Down will show your character's crafts, which are essentially your ultimate attacks. Each one has their own, and they can be upgraded using different skill stones. Left shows your tactics. This is basically the characters and what they do while you're in battles. I typically keep these pretty much the same unless we need to change our characters. Up on the D-pad is your achievements. You'll be getting these throughout the game. A lot of these are associated with actual out-of-game achievements, but these will give you different rewards as you get them. Y will show your items, all the different items you have. A will bring up your equip menu for all your characters. B will exit the game, and X will have orbaments, but we can't do anything about that yet. If you press start, you'll also pull up your system menu. Pressing back will bring up your Spriggan Journal. This will basically show you the main story, as well as any enemies that you need to fight, as well as a help menu. There are achievements in this game for getting every chest, defeating every enemy, and pretty much everything you see in the game there is going to be an achievement for. So things like this battle menu are very important just to make sure you've actually fought all the enemies in this location. And with all that taken care of, we can go ahead and proceed. This is our very first dungeon of the game. We'll go ahead and turn speed up mode on. You also have shortcuts if you press the left trigger. I like to keep speed up mode on as much as I can. Pressing A while you're in the field will have a command battle like this. You can dodge roll with B. And I think X does something, but maybe it doesn't do anything just yet. And right up here we'll have a little cutscene, a tutorial rather.
Monsters incoming.
We'll wipe them out in one fell swoop.
Got it!
This is essentially your basic controls for the command battles. RB to dash. I probably should have dash turned on at all times. Charge attacks. We'll go over all this here in a second. Essentially, you can press the, I think it's the right stick, and you'll go ahead and lock onto an enemy. Your A attacks are your basic attacks. If you do X, I think that throws you into command battle, but it won't let me just yet. Over here, we can basically just dodge roll there. Perfect dodges, as you saw there, which lets you go into a stun attack.
Looks like the gang's all here.
We'd probably better deploy our shards now and go for a stun.
Ha! Well said.
Now it'll teach us about the charge attacks. Essentially, when you charge up your meter, you can use your charge attack, which has a chance to do stun damage or a bigger stun damage. Using your perfect dodges will fill the gauge. And whenever you stun an enemy like this, you can go ahead and deploy your shards. You can actually deploy shards at any point. This basically turns you into the turn-based fight. But if you get the stun, you'll do additional damage to them at the very beginning of the fight. So now, we'll go ahead and just speed up and click A on all of them and slowly get rid of them. Probably should check magic stats, see which one of them is my caster right now. I'm actually guess none of them are, but...
Finally cleared all those pests out.
I like his sword. I think that's a new... Because he's never had a sword before. He always had like a...
So, the feeling of taking them down.
I mean, it was a sword, but it wasn't. I think this is a real sword.
They're just like the rest of the scenery here. My mirrors on all these foes actually being machines. Marduk's probably using spatial projection to disguise them.
Indeed. They're using shard technology to replicate the feel of real combat. Seems a tad unnecessary if you ask me. I won't claim it isn't impressive, though.
It's definitely good for training, but I don't know. Is it really a good idea to make it so realistic?
Instead of standing around talking further, perhaps you three should focus on finishing the trial?
Fair enough. Let's pick up the pace.
We'll go and find a worthy test subject for this new shard technique of yours.
Much appreciated, Mr. Zeman. Be sure to give it your all, then, Farida.
The mom. I was gonna do that anyway.
We can change our leader with LB. It doesn't do anything other than the person you actually fight with. I want to look at his sword. That is 100% a new sword. That's so cool. We'll go ahead and continue on. I do want to say as we're running through here, because I actually think I started saying it, then forgot to during the intro. I'm going to be linking a entire breakdown of the series up to this point down in the description below. It is a very long video, but it covers everything. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check it out. True, but I don't know if it's enough to warrant whipping out the new tech on. Let's hit it with our quick arts. To Mom. So, quick arts are basically you hold Y and you can do a ranged spell attack. Some enemies are more... Ooh, you actually have to... they go on cooldown. More enemies are susceptible to magic, so you'll see right here. I think this one technically is more susceptible to magic. There's no way. No, this one's definitely not, or we would have been doing a ton more. I think it's the plant that's more susceptible to magic. There we go. We get the stun. We hop in. You just got to get a stun on one enemy. If you get a stun on one of them, you will be able to hit them all. And you can go ahead and press B if you want to leave this fight. We're almost never going to leave fights. I don't think there's ever really a reason to. One thing, I actually might need to turn off auto progress dialogue, because speed up mode continues while you're in
So, Master, I'm still sitting here.
It continues in
the dark as
here.
to why you were the one who invited us here? And why was it just me, Fairy, and Reset instead of the whole office? You still not ready to spill the beans? Why all the mystery?
Getting invited here was a real surprise for me. But man, the 10-hour drive to get all the way out here to Orred was pretty rough. I've always been curious about this place, since both my brother and Reset work here.
I told you. You'll find out soon enough. Once we finish these trials, I'm sure everything will be clear, without even a single word of explanation from me.
All right, so we'll have our first little optional chest over here. Let's go ahead and turn on sprint mode. Honestly, I might not even need to keep high speed mode on if we have sprint. Right there is HP +1. That is our first orbment, so we'll go ahead and get the we'll get the tutorial on it. No reason to listen to them because I'll explain it here in a second. Essentially, you can go into your orbment, and these are like magic slots. Is the easiest way to think about it. So you can go ahead and open your quartz menu. And these are your quartz. So quartz are essentially things that give you spells and abilities in this game. So for example, right here on Van, we have an attack +1, an evade +1, and an action +1. What this does is this, you can see it at the bottom, gives him strength +6, evasion +4%, and speed plus 4%. Over there on the right side are his total stats for strength and defense, ATS and ADF, which are essentially your arts strength and your arts defense. AGL is how quickly you move or what your range is. I believe it's also how fast you act in battle. Dexterity is how much you dodge. I think technically it might be the other way around. Movement is the amount of spaces you can move, and range is the range of your attacks. You have your accuracy, your crit chance, your evasion chance, and your arts evasion chance over there as well as just basic stats like you're going to do 107 base physical damage, 85 base arts damage, and stuff like that. Your EP is your MP in this game, and your CP is used for special attacks. I know the first 2 episodes is always a lot of word dump, but we'll start to pick it up pretty quickly. We can go ahead and add this HP plus 1 to Van, and he's going to go ahead and get 400 max HP. Now, the last thing I'll point out are those shard skills on the right side. Essentially, there's this huge list, and when a line in your quartz line has that amount in it, then you will get that ability. So, for example, my shield line has 2 water points. This HP plus 1, you can see at the bottom, element value is 2 water. So on the bottom right corner, because we have 2 water, we have resist freeze. Again, I know it's a lot. Most of these won't matter unless you're trying to do some of the very in-game content, because each line does have their own. I'll point out any that are super important as we go through here. For the most part, just worry about the actual stats themselves, like attack, HP, evade, and action. Everything else will kind of come naturally for you. This hollow core will come into play later. Essentially, you can just boost yourself and get some additional damage. So we want to make sure we are hitting all of the... honestly, I might want to turn speed up mode down, because I want to speed up, but this is too quick of speed up. But we want to be careful as we run through here, because there's going to be chests that... every place, for the most part, in the Trails games are one-time only visits. Make sure you get all the chests as soon as you can. Okay, this high speed mode is a lot more manageable for me, so we'll go ahead and head over here. Unfortunately, there's no way to turn off high speed mode while you're in cutscenes. Large groups of hostiles ahead. Looks like they'll be tough. Well, Van, what do you say? These should be the perfect test dummies. Let's do it. Time to bust out the new shard function. ZOC activate. Press and hold the right stick on the field to activate Zoc. Or I'm going to probably say Zoc for the rest of the game. Enemies will slow to a crawl, allowing you to attack them with abandon. Damage is massively increased, and stun damage is also increased, making it easier to stun them. Zoc can be used again as soon as the gauge refills. Attacking enemies will fill the gauge faster. This is new, which is why I wanted to see what that was. So it essentially slows down time, and everyone takes a ton of damage. Holy. Okay. Ooh, nope. Okay, will not let me go into a command battle just yet. Ooh, boy. This guy takes like no... Or somebody's not taking any damage from any attacks. Let's go ahead and Zoc again. I guess it's just trying to teach you about the Zoc abilities here, Zoc command there. You get some XP after every battle.
Well, well. So that's ZOC.
Yeah, they called... I knew they were called ZOC.
Better than I expected. Bet it'll be even more effective if I use it in that state.
Yeah, it seems like we'll have a much easier time dealing with enemy groups with this. But if possible, I'd love to see how a real pro makes use of it. You know, someone like Reset.
She's got the best shard control out of our whole group, no doubt about that. But for some reason, she took off as soon as we got here.
Oh, now, don't give me that. I don't have any idea what she had to go do. I was under the impression she'd be joining us here.
Uh-huh, if you say so.
I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that it's my brother guiding us instead of Reset or Mirabelle.
I couldn't say. Setting that aside, you all seem to be progressing smoothly. I'm sure you could get your scores up even higher if you tried, though. Not just you, Farida, but Van as well.
I just wanted to show these timely terms. essentially when they talk about certain things, you can press left during an event or LT and then left, and it'll show you specific things that they just mentioned, such as they talked about Kasim. He's her brother. He's also like one of the, he's considered the strongest warrior in the country. But you can just see these timely terms. I'll be explaining most of it because I've played all the games in a year.
This is starting to take me back to my training 3 years ago. So, if Reset's still unaccounted for, I take it Mirabelle's the one guiding the other group then, yeah?
Oh.
So you noticed then?
Huh? You mean there are other people here doing this trial?
That's correct. For this live combat trial, we're performing real-time comparative verification with 2 teams, X and Y. You 3 are Team X. Team Y is also made up of highly experienced combatants, so you mustn't let your score fall behind.
I wonder who they are. Wait, no, it doesn't even matter. We just gotta get it in gear.
Atta girl. I'd say things just got a lot more interesting. Lucky for us, we got a ringer on our side. You're still gonna lend us a hand, right, Master?
That's what I'm here for.
Just so you're aware, Team Y also has 3 members. One of them even has ties to the church, though of a different sort than Mr. Zeman now.
Huh?
They're from the Septian Church? Then is it Celise or Leon?
Are we meeting Kevin already?
No, neither of them. But he's at the same level. Actually, I'm told you've met him before, Van.
What? No way.
Oh boy, we're just starting with this? Oh, this is so cool. Like, he's not from the church. Oh my god, it's Kevin. Holy. I didn't know we were starting with him already.
Thank you for the assist.
Don't mention it. Wait. We got another pain in the butt incoming. Yeah.
No, I got tears. I got tears.
A subspecies of Fate Spinner. Likely quite powerful.
Right. Let's use shard commands and bring it down quickly. I'm counting on your support.
Is this Reen's voice actor?
Sure thing. Got your back.
Oh, so cool. I'll talk about them in a second. Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting it already.
Always something new.
So these are the other 2 protagonists from this game. This is a 3-person protagonist game.
Shard commands can do.
Let's charge it on.
Shard commands. Perform a shard command with right stick. Consume boost gauges to use commands unique to the holocores equipped by the party. You have attack surge to increase your damage. Magic surge. I think you actually get certain, like, different ones. But essentially, this is a ability from back in the Cold Steel franchise called Brave Orders. This is so cool. It's unreal. So essentially, you can do different surges that have different durations that affect, I believe, your whole party. And then certain characters have other specific ones, like Altina here, has for 6 turns damage plus 40, and on activation gets CP plus 30. Increase both CP and damage dealt for physical attacks, as opposed to just the 30 from this. So go ahead and use Rabbit Sword.
Rabbit Sword!
So now everyone's going to be boosted.
Are more advanced than I thought.
I see. So it's an evolution on Brave Orders.
Yeah, there's Altina telling us what it is.
To our advantage.
And now we just go crazy here.
Let's charge in all
Wow.
points.
I gotta check out Crimson Leaf Blade and 6-fold Gales, man. These are his moves from Cold Steel. I just had to look.
Secret technique. 6-fold gales. Take charge, Kevin.
And there's Kevin, my boy. We are going to use arts because Kevin is best with arts. Well, probably would be if, well, we'll just do this. He would be if he had more arts that did damage. But I'm pretty sure we kill right here.
Unforgivable.
And there's Altina. Yay, Altina.
Yeah.
And a chrono boosted. This should kill. Yes, it does. Oh, not quite. just do some regular attacks and a chain. And is this what was his HP at? Oh, he has a lot of HP. Never mind.
My turn.
Okay, let's do Brionic. It's going to decrease his arts resistance.
Attack.
This guy's pretty beefy.
That's enough.
Reen. Let's go for another. Let's do a Crimson Leaf Blade. Oh, I can't. Why not? I don't know.
Take charge, Kevin.
Kevin has Cherub Shot and Punishing Rage.
That's close.
Let's try this one.
Stick this down your gullet.
It delayed him and decreased his defenses, I believe. Can I really not use Crimson Leaf Blade? No, there we go. I don't know why you wouldn't let me use it a second ago.
Crimson Leaf Blade.
I believe this is Reen's like first ability he ever gets all the way back in Cold Steel 1.
Unforgivable.
I'm just going to speed up now because we've essentially beat this guy. It's just trying to actually get the kill at this point.
Go at it full force.
Rabbit Sword,
Rabbit sword.
increasing our physical damage. And then basically just have everyone spam A.
That's enough. You're down. Counting on
There's a
you,
stun, and Altina will get in here. There we go.
Boy.
That takes care of that.
Green-haired man, come on.
Just what about this place is supposed to be virtual? That beastie was as real as they come.
Agreed. It was not simply a hologram. It appears they are using spatial projection to disguise their autonomous combat machines. Though the Merhin Gartin's VR space was extremely elaborate, this facility seems just as incredible. In fact, it may be even more difficult than the latest level of Professor Schmidt's mobile training facility.
And that was incredibly difficult to begin with. Even so, with Father Kevin's support, I'm sure we can make it through this. I've already learned so much about both thaumaturgy and shard use just from watching your techniques.
Oh, shucks. The divine blade praising little old me? You're gonna make me blush. We haven't really talked much outside of His Royal Highness's wedding, but I've heard all about you from Gaius. So, even though I'm a bit of a third wheel here, how's about we kick this trial's butt with the power
That's so
of
funny.
friendship?
That is the same portrait that they've used for Gaius
Maybe
since
you
like
could indulge my
2014.
curiosity about where you're headed after this?
Well,
You seem to have already figured it out, but we're here off the record after getting an invite from a certain someone. On paper, we're simply supposed to be passing through Orid en route to a certain country.
I knew it! Wait. Hold on, man. Ain't the fact that the Empire's very own Ashen Chevalier is going you-know-where supposed to be top secret?
That takes me back. It's been 3 years since the war. I'm surprised anyone still remembers my old title.
It's only been
But
3
wondering why I
years,
told you all
man.
that, well,
That's crazy. These are just straight spoilers for Cold Steel. That's insane. That's
I
awesome.
guess I just didn't
That's
feel
the
need to
official
hide it
artwork from the
someone who's
third game in the
Stell's
series.
friend and Gaius' teammate. Not only that, I've been wanting to find a way to thank you for lending your aid to the Radiant Wings.
Reen,
You know about that? Oh man, I really underestimated how sharp you are. If you're just gonna give it to me straight like that, makes me feel like I should share a bit about my situation too.
right. We're told something very serious has happened within the Septian Church recently, correct? A revelation so big, it shook both the Congregation for Divine Worship and the Congregation for the Sacraments.
What? Oh, I nearly forgot. This girl was with the Imperial Army's intelligence division.
Thinking it over, it was probably that event which led to talks of a technological alliance between Marduk and the Church. As such, it is also more than likely that the next generation of the Holy City's rumored special operations airships are in development.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on there, Missy. Don't say another word. That is extra super hundo P top secret.
Altina, we should probably let him keep some of his organization's secrets.
Oh, sorry. I slipped back into my old habits.
So this is the Ashen Chevalier and his old partner. They're also formerly teacher and student, from what I hear. These Thor's Class 7 folks are something else. Even more impressive than Gaius made them out to be.
Well, would you look at that? Guess even Mr. Dominion can find himself out of sorts. I've only heard tell of a rumor here and there, but word is the Grossritter are having
This is a new
total
voice
fit
actor for
over
Mirabelle
whatever
for sure.
happened. Top of all that, seems you got thrown to the wolves to make sure Iscariot don't beat y'all to the punch. Bless your heart.
You're telling me. Not only that, but I had a wicked hard time trying to convince our usual runners like Celeste to step aside and let me come. Oh, hold the phone! Hey, Missy, why does an outsider like you know all about the church's dirty laundry, huh?
They both seem to have dialects from a remote region of the continent. Much like that one schoolmate of yours, Reen.
Becky, right. You'd think these two were competing, though, the way their accents get thicker around each other.
Well, we should probably cut the small talk for now. You three need to get going to Sector 2. Don't forget, you're being timed here. And that's not the only reason to get a move on.
According to Google, it's the same voice actor.
Oh, right. I forgot to mention it earlier, but,
There's another team running this trial at the same time as us, isn't there?
Really? Is that true?
got it in one. You gonna tell me you know all their names next or something?
No, all I can tell is their numbers. Also, that it seems like I haven't met any of them before. But I'm guessing the people I do know that we were supposed to meet here have been saved for the end. Is that right?
Well, look at you.
You gotta be pulling my leg. Am I gonna have to update the parameters on you yet again? Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised given that you're the junior disciple of Little Miss Silverblade. Anyway, it's just like you said. You're Team Y and the others are Team X. We'll be comparing your scores.
Where's
so
a
you
Team
better
Z?
Get off your butts and start moving.
All right, got it. You heard her. Let's go, you two.
Right. We're gonna leave those Xers in our dust.
Beginning our advance on Sector 2.
Navigation basically just tells you where to go. Let's talk about our characters. The first is Reen Schwarzer. Reen is the main protagonist from the Cold Steel series, the series that honestly got the entire Trail series popular. Is a very big fan favorite, as well as a very big female favorite, as you can choose between like 7 to 10 different female love interests back in his games. He was also one of the 3 protagonists from the Trails into Reverie. Altina appeared in Cold Steel 3 and 4 as well as Reverie. She is basically the protector of Reen, kind of like his sidekick. I don't like her. She's like my least, I would say she's probably my least favorite character in the entire Trails series. And then there's Kevin Graham. Kevin Graham first appeared in, and this is a spoiler, so I do apologize, in Trails in the Sky second chapter, which is getting a remake later this year, as well as being the protagonist of Trails in the Sky the third. He is the very first member of the church we ever met, and he is my favorite character out of the entire series. I absolutely love this guy. I think he's hilarious. I think he's such a good character. He uses a crossbow. He's so cool. I love both these characters, both Reen and Kevin, and Altina's along for the ride. I just really do not like her very much. The unfortunate thing is in these games, because of these like battles, these real-time battles we can do, unfortunately that means a lot of times your magic users and your ranged users aren't as good as they could be otherwise, but I don't care. I love playing as Kevin, and I will play as Kevin in this game. Kevin, Reen, and Van each have their own stories in this game. We have a 3-protagonist storyline, which we had something very similar in Trails Through Daybreak 2, but the first time we had a split protagonist was when we had 3 back in Reverie. Van, I guess, has... No, Van and Reen both have the same amount, I guess, of split storylines at this point. But yeah, this is very cool. I really like... He basically uses the exact same fighting style he did back in Cold Steel, but it looks like he went gray. So his original outfit was black/blue, and then he went to white, and it seems like he's on a gray outfit at this point. What's interesting about Altina is... And I don't know if we haven't seen it yet. She is not using the weapon she typically does, which I find a little odd. But we'll go ahead and just get rid of these guys. Ooh, honestly, I probably should have turned up speed up mode when we're in these fights just to make it a little bit quicker. I turned all my speed up down just to make it a little bit more manageable while we were running around in the field. But I think I want to keep these command battles sped up a little bit. So I can just show that off real quick because it's super quick. You can basically adjust all your speed ups right here in the menu. We'll go back to a 3x while we're in that command battle. I kind of want to play as Reen too, though, man. We'll try Reen out here. I want to see how he... Oh, that's so cool. He is the, I guess, student of one of my other favorite characters from the series who appeared for the first time in the Daybreak games. God, I can't believe I just forgot her name, but I believe it's Shizuna. If you guys saw my Daybreak... You know for a fact who I'm talking about just because I used her basically from the point we got her to the very end. And he is kind of training under her, pseudo-training under her. He's a professor at an academy now, so I don't know how much time he has to do that, but he has learned some things from her. Up here, we can get another treasure chest. This one is an EP +1. Again, Kevin is a ATS user. He's an arts user, so... Probably meant to give that to him, but we'll just go ahead and keep going through here. Looks like quite a few of them. They're stone golems too, so they'll be tougher to take down with physical attacks. In that case, quick art should prove effective, but remain on guard. Hey, why not bust out the ZOC here too? We can wipe them out before they even get a chance to hit back. Enemies with low HP tend to use deadly strikes more frequently. Deadly strikes cannot be dodged, so make sure to close the distance. You can also change the difficulty settings, but I will not be. Because we're fighting against guys that are going to be weak to arts, let's just use Kevin here. I did not mean to do that. Man, I do that all the time. I will accidentally press X instead of B to dodge, just because in like every other game that's the case. I will eventually get used to it again, but especially early on, it's going to be happening a ton. Let's do a 6-fold Gale, because this might kill all of them. Gets rid of a lot of them. And then Kevin. Let's just start using some arts. Shadow Spear. I believe Altina technically is also a arts user. I don't know. I didn't use her in the game she appeared in, because I did not like her. We should have enough here to kill, though. I don't even think Altina's going to get a turn. If you want to, make sure you're breaking boxes. You can get some Sepith, which keeps appearing in the bottom right corner. I'll go over Sepith once it matters. But essentially, anytime you fight an enemy or break pots, you get Sepith. But as of right now, it's not an important thing to point out. Let's go ahead and ZOC real quick. Ooh, there we go. Shadow Spear. Ooh, couldn't dodge out of the way with that one. There's a break or a stun. I did not see that that wasp was still up, unfortunately. Punishing Rage. We'll skip through a lot of these just because arts are like the same thing, or breaks are the same thing every time. It's the same animation over and over again. Weak to Fire and Wind. You can see their weaknesses right underneath their HP bars. So this one can be weak to Fire and Wind, so we'll go with an Abyss Flame. Ow. And then, I don't have any wind magic there. It's all healing magic. I always call it magic. It's arts. It's not, like... It's not technically the same thing, but there's no magic in this game, so... Right up here, we'll find our first accessory. This is the Cooling Choker. Increases your strength in ATS and prevents burn. I'm going to hold off on equipping a lot of things for now, because this is just a prologue, and after the prologue is over, we'll actually be thrown into the real game. And I want to make sure I have enough equipment to give people once the true game starts. Go ahead and ZOC is really cool. I did not know what this was going into it. That's a really cool feature.
I'm still in my growing phase.
Then we'll have another treasure chest up here. We got the stun. No, we'll be fine. Let's go for a Shadow Spear. I actually really like command fights in this. I thought they were fine in the Trails in the Sky remake. Trails in the Sky first chapter. I thought they were okay. I really like the command battles in these games. For whatever reason, they just feel smoother and more intuitive to me. Maybe it's because the shards versus your like basic stuff back in Trails in the Sky. But in this game, it feels a lot better. Right, here's another treasure chest with Impede 1. And then over here will be our last one on these characters' routes. We will have to go back to Van here in a second, but it wants to let us play as our new characters. We got the stun. We'll go ahead and get the kill here.
You want to see what I can really do?
And these should be, I think, the last enemies we have to fight. Oh, that's no, well. Looks like we have to fight our own boss, a woodland dragon. Ah, man, that's another nasty-looking beastie. Yes, but it will make for an excellent opportunity to test the EX chain function. All right, that's an upgraded version of the old Arcus unit's tactical link. Let's give it a try and see just what it can do. This is another upgrade from Cold Steel. They're bringing everything back for this game. So every game series has like their own things, or every arc has their own things that are really just never brought back in future arcs. But I guess the chain links are back, or the EX links rather. Oh, is it just talking about our regular SCLM stuff that we do all the time? It might be. Let's go for Brionic here.
Here I go. Attack!
I need to remember it's LT and RT. Okay, we get a stun. When they get stunned, you do more damage. You can see their stun meter filling up underneath their health bar. Here's EX chain. Perform a special dual attack on a stunned enemy with a party member. You can stun the enemy, then shard boost plus SCLM with party member, and do a normal attack or a craft attack, and then an EX chain will follow. So it's a lot to do. This is going to go over your shard boost. Essentially, this just buffs your characters. If you ever have it, just go ahead and use it. They remain active for 2 turns, and they're pretty solid. So I'll see if we can get this done. Oh, this one is stunned. So right here, we can press LB to shard boost, and then we can go ahead and hit it. And you can see an EX chain is going to proc, because you can see it over the character's face. And if it's highlighted like that, because we're in a link with Reen right now, we'll be able to get the EX chain.
Hit step. Understood.
And it does a ton of damage. Anytime you have the chance to do it, use it. I actually don't use the... we can do it again. I don't use the S break, or not the S breaks. I don't use the S boosts a lot in these games. I just never really find them like incredibly useful. But having this EX chain is going to make it much more useful. I think that's probably why they included it, since it didn't really have a use back in the previous games. It like boosted you, but not enough to... You're using your ultimate attacks takes the same little S boost meter that's in the bottom left corner. So you always would just save it for your ultimates. Wow, that EX chain has some serious kick to it. I agree. It's much more responsive and flexible to use in the tactical link too. The activation conditions are quite straightforward. We should make the most of it.
Hey, look at y'all go! You're doing even better than I expected. This is around the halfway point. The other team's flying through it, but you seem to be keeping pace.
Well, yeah. As long as they got that guy, of course all this is gonna be a piece of cake for them.
That guy. Perhaps he's the one I was told about back at the intelligence division.
I see. So he was the one we were chasing after back during the Civil War.
You were chasing Van?
So does all that mean that the reason you called us here has something to do with Team Y? I still don't get why there are so many members of the church here, though.
Ah, impressive insight.
Yep, she's really grown a lot over the past few months. Let's table that for now, yeah? It'd be a shame if we fell behind. So what do you say we pick up the pace?
Agreed.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
One thing I will say about these games, they do so one of the reasons I love this game so much, and I recommend it to a lot of people, this is a charging station you can recover here, and you can revive enemies here as well. One of the reasons I like this series so much, I think this game series is the best character and world building I have ever seen in an RPG. I think ever. I mean, more than Kingdom Hearts. It just like, it fleshes out these characters, fleshes out the world. The story is like a continuation story, even if each arc is like its own thing. And I just really like that about this series. The reason I'm saying that is because, sure, this game is going to reference other things, like Reen and Kevin are referenced here. You're going to play as them in this game. However, 99% of the game does not require you to have played any other games besides this one. So, like, well, I don't even want to say 99 because that's not technically accurate. I would say you probably want to say play the Daybreak and Daybreak 2 games since they exist in the same, like, arc. But, like, games outside the arc, you don't really need to have played to fully understand what's going on in this arc. It'll just help with, like, understanding who Kevin is and Kevin's story and all that. This is the SCLM charge. Dodging an attack at the last second, well, you've seen this a couple times. Basically, if you dodge at the last second, you can have somebody else come in and get an attack off. Come on. But right there. That's the SCLM break. Over here to the right, we're going to find another treasure chest. The lighter. Still going to hold off on equipping that for now. Over here will be one of our last chests we can get. We'll do a art boost and then no, not gonna quite kill. I will say there is a lot of like traveling dialogue that your characters get throughout this entire series, so I do apologize if we don't hear it all. If you watched my Daybreak 2, which I'd hope you have, or my Trails in the Sky, you know that is the case. Just because they will talk. I could literally go silent this entire game, and almost the entire time could be filled with just your character's travel dialogue. So that's why I don't make sure we hear all of it. Okay, here's another dragon. We're almost to the end. First a dragon and now this? A fate spinner. Make no mistake, this is a tough enemy. Sure, but we're tougher. Time for some advanced ZOC use. Let's see what this baby can do.
Shard boosting to max. I'm taking this thing down with ZOC.
So this is new. So we shard boost. Press LB twice will activate ZOC. This will allow the character who activated it to take 2 consecutive turns. That's broken. That is incredibly broken. Holy. Restores 30% HP. Don't really care about that. Let's go ahead and punch you. Taking 2 attacks? That is crazy. We'll go ahead and use this. Aerial Slash. It'll do additional damage to both of them. Now, this is going to be a difficult fight, though. Okay, this is why. So these are your S-crafts. These are your ultimate abilities. You can press the right trigger and your directional buttons to trigger an S-break. This will immediately activate an S-craft regardless of turn order. Or you can do it manually. So if you want to, you can press RB here. And you can go down to your S-break, which is Ignis Rampage. Or just like we're going to do and like we always do. Do I have to do it with Fairy? I don't want to. I'm going to use it with literally anybody else. So now, it doesn't matter whose turn it is. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter whose turn it was. You can essentially just do any of these attacks. We'll go ahead and use Howling Ruin Universe Impact with Burgard here. This is one that you will have to target an enemy for. And we'll go ahead and use it. I want to see what it looks like. I think these are all brand new S-breaks. I know Vans is new because I don't like... He has the X or whatever added to the end of it. Boost gauge extension. So whenever you get an S-craft, you will get more boost gauge available. But you cannot perform consecutive S-breaks with the same character. So even if you give them 2 turns in a row, the reason for that is to limit so you can't spam the same character's S-craft over and over again. Now, let's go ahead and use Vandalize Raid X. So this is why this one is new. It was just previously called Vandalize Raid. Oh yeah, this is a new start. Also, I will say, I know I pointed out Fairy's new look. I recognize that Van has a new look as well. For me, though, Van's isn't quite as different because Fairy has completely new colors. Van has the same colors. We'll go ahead and Ignis Rampage. It's just like he has a slightly different shirt this time. Hey, you got it, Fairy. Good job.
Ignis, rampage.
Boost gauge limit broken.
There we go. That's just intended for you to use all 3 boost gauges to kill. And a level up for, I can't believe I forgot his name. He was like my favorite in Daybreak 1. But he's only in like the final act of Daybreak 1. So that's what ZOC can do when you combine it with Shard Boost. Pretty neat stuff. Yeah, oh, I need to make sure to turn auto off. I'm very impressed with both your performances. It would seem the other side is performing as well as expected too. They're all improving at a remarkable rate. Him included. Who is him? Who are you talking about, Kevin? Stop saying him, guys. Just talk about each other.
Probably about time we got back to it. Oh, hey, Altina. Might be a bit late in the game for me to say so, but that weapon of yours really is something, huh?
Yes, I suppose it is. It's called a shield caliber. As you may already be aware, I am synced with a combat shell by the name of Clown Soleus.
Yeah, where's Clown Soleus?
Using the Foundation's technology, it has been fixed into this current form as a bladed shield.
Okay, so you're just making it so it can't change forms. Got it.
Whoa! It can talk?
So that's the weapon I thought she was going to use, but I guess because we have the command battles, it would be weird to have Clown Soleus come out. It's like a golem.
We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing. I gotta say, though, you Thor's folk are just one surprise after another. Starting to get a little jelly of that old so-and-so Gaius.
Come to think of it, there was a sister with Kevin back during the princess wedding. His squire, I assume? I wonder where she is now. Are they just on separate assignments? Or...
the girl he's talking about right there, is the least utilized character in all of the Trail series. She's been in and playable in only one game. She's never, I don't even think she's been, well, she might have been seen one other time. She's only been playable in one game. Kevin, up till now, was only playable in 2.
Let's get our butts in gear and blow through the rest.
Right. Let's go.
And other than guest party members,
threats we'll face ahead. We'll just need to deal with them one by one as we advance.
I believe she's the most, or the least used character in Trails. Green's group can now use their S-crafts as well. So, from here, we're going to go ahead and just run over this way. We can heal up with them.
Fully recovered.
And let's deal with these guys. We're almost finished with this little prologue here.
Initiating combat mode.
I make sure I always have a map pulled up of the zone. That way I can always make sure to grab any of the chests while we're in dungeons. It helps out a lot. That's like the only thing I ever use for these games too, are maps, because I like to experience everything else completely like as they show up. I'll use it to, like, if there's ever a choice, I'll make sure I choose the right choices, since this is a game that you essentially have to choose the right choices or there will be bad consequences. So I'll make sure I always have that up, but for you guys, you can just watch this and I'll show off what all the different choices do. In this one, it's a little bit less than some later games. Some later games, or earlier games, the choices are extremely important because you can just straight up miss out on a good amount of items or getting the best rank in the game. In this one, the choices really just determine your alignment, which changes very few things in this game. Here we go. This should be, I believe, the last grouping of enemies right here. Let's go ahead and Shadow Spear. I'd like to get rid of this guy if I can. And we're going to be able to get the Braid. I think I want to get another ZOC up. I don't think I want to fight all these guys together. Okay, we get rid of him. Perfect. We got a break here, so let's go ahead and get the advantage. And just quick A. Yeah, whenever she was using the shield, that's why I said, wait, that's not her usual weapon. She usually uses what she called Clom Soleus, which is essentially like a golem. So she didn't actually use a weapon. The golem would attack instead. She would just command the golem. My assumption is due to the new type of battling, which is this battle right here. You probably couldn't include that in this game. So now's a good time to point out if you go to your achievements, you can actually keep track of how many chests you've plundered up to this point. There are 8 in this dungeon, 4 on each side. On top of that, I want to say... No, I don't know if we'll get access to it. I think one of these has chests listed on it, but I could be wrong. Sometimes some of the games do, some of them don't, so I can't remember if this arc has the chests listed in the journal there. Let's go ahead and just do ZOC. I'm taking a lot of damage from Kevin because he is not meant to be in the front row. I think we're supposed to be using Reen right now. And right up here, we'll go ahead and make sure we save. And up ahead, we'll go ahead and swap characters once again. As we've reached the end of this character's, this little trio of characters area. Let's keep pushing forward. So, Mom, heading for the next checkpoint. We're actually, like, already at the end for them. There is not much further to go. I don't even think we need to heal. What's interesting, because we're split into 2 groups... I don't think the XP is shared. Typically, the XP is shared even if your characters aren't in the party. But I'm guessing there's exactly the same amount of XP across all the enemies on both sides. So as long as you're playing through it all, you're probably going to get the exact same amount of XP for all 6 members. I wonder why they chose Fairy and Burgard. I like that they have Burgard. Why'd they choose Fairy? At the end of the last game, like, everyone went off on their own way. Did Fairy go off on her own, though? Fairy might have stuck around with Van because she didn't have anywhere else to go. That could have been why she's here. And right over here... just up here, we'll find our last chest of this zone. I'll always make sure I point all the chests out, as well as when it's the last one, or any that are hard to find, just so you guys don't make any mistake and miss out on an achievement. Honestly, I don't even care as much about the actual achievements. I care more about the in-game achievements because of the rewards you can get from them. There's an angel ring, and with that, we can just go ahead and run up here. Got to go through this last enemy right here. I think it was the exact same thing we fought on the other side. And after this, we will be at the end of the prologue. Let's use a Spark Edge. Van is... Your protagonists are always your main or your strongest characters. I just don't know if Kevin and Reen are going to be as strong as Van in this game, or if they're going to keep the love for Van, since he's the protagonist of Daybreak. But I know this is like the final game in the arc, so after this, Reen won't be the protagonist anymore. So I'm not sure what they'll do. But Reen and Kevin will never be the protagonists again. So, but I think we said that about Kevin back when he didn't appear for over like 15 years in a Trails game. So. Yeah, when you can have a character be your favorite character and they were in 2 games, it says a lot. And with that, we can save up if we want to, but I think we're good. Let's go ahead and proceed.
There they are. So it was you, no-good priest. I knew it.
Sup, Arkwright? Your master told me you'd be here. Master Bearguard! Good to see you in person. Been half a year or so since we were actually in the same room, huh?
That's right. Ain's kept me abreast of what's been going on. I was surprised to hear you volunteered for the job, though. No, on second thought, maybe I should have expected it.
Don't read too much into it.
So he was Bearguard's old teammate? And you know him too, right, Van?
Yeah, we met when we were working behind the scenes 3 years ago to stop the war. Dingo introduced us.
Whoa, for real?
I heard what all happened with him, but we can talk more about that later.
Right. This is the first time we're meeting, huh? Doesn't really feel like it, given all that I've heard from Miss Herschel and Clausel. Name's Van Arkwright. I work as a Spriggan in Calvert. This is one of my assistants, Farida Al-Fayed.
It's a pleasure to meet you. So this is that famous Ashen Chevalier guy.
The pleasure's all mine, Miss Al-Fayed. I'm an instructor from Thor's military academy in the Erebonian Empire, Reen Schwarzer. And this is Altina Orion. She's a member of the Thor Strategic Research Lab.
Nice to meet you. I am also affiliated with the Epstein Foundation branch in the Empire.
Ah, so you must be serving as a go-between for that tech union I've been hearing so much about, huh?
Huh? Why do you...
It seems you're even more in touch with what's going on behind the scenes than Fee described.
I've just got a nose for things, that's all. You can count me surprised that a big, shiny war hero like yourself is joining in on Marduk's secret training here, though.
These cutting-edge advances in hollow and shard technologies are something I'll have to face sooner or later. I'm here simply because I want to keep up with these new advances, both as an instructor and for my own personal training.
Well, look at you. Come to think of it, Master, haven't you met him before through your youngest disciple?
Not face to face, unfortunately. Although I did leave him a letter during the Erebonian Civil War. Bearguard Zeman, though I went by a different name back then. Still, it's a pleasure, Reed.
No, the pleasure's all mine. Thank you for all you've done for Gaius. From what I've heard, you even know my master. Is that right?
Yes, but let's save that for later. Qasim, Mirabelle, we've kept you waiting too long.
Oh, we're in no hurry. Take all the time you like to catch up.
Wait, what? Were you both here this whole time? As I said before, this technology is incredible.
You've got that right. I'm the one using it, and I can hardly believe it. Well, let's get back to business. Have all of you forgotten that this is supposed to be a practical trial? Well, any good trial needs a big final test to it, you hear?
Don't tell me. You mean a face-off between teams X and Y?
We did consider that, but in the end, we decided to do something a bit different. With that, if you would please join us.
At once, sir.
Man, you chatterboxes sure took your sweet time.
Oh my god.
Reset, you changed your outfit?
So did Mirabelle, now that you mention it. Guessing it must be Marduk's summer uniform.
That's Rosette. We've seen Rosette in the past 2 Daybreak games. She's not the one I'm oh my godding
That's
for.
right. I thought a change of wardrobe would be perfect to coincide with this trial. I'm not especially bothered by changes in temperature, but a new look is refreshing in its own way.
Right? Come on, Mr. Solver. Tell her just how good she looks.
What? Yeah, you look great. Cool in both senses of the word.
Yeah, it looks lovely on you.
Thank you both. My apologies for making you wait even longer.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm the one who's butting in on your reunion. But hey, after we're done here, what do you say to joining me for a meal? Maybe even giving me your number?
Come on.
He's consistent, if nothing else.
This is a Crow Armbrust. I could go on and on about Crow.
For real, though.
He is
Green,
such a good character.
It's good to see you two. Been since, what, late last year? And this is my first time meeting the rest of you. But we'll have plenty of time for meet and greets later.
And he has
Then we
one of
can
the coolest
start on
weapons
that
in the
big
series,
final
too.
test. You know, the one where both X and Y team up against us.
I've also just finished a battle simulation using the new shard functions. I'm eager to test out these newly acquired capabilities in a more, shall we say, authentic capacity.
What? I suppose it really has been a while. It seems he upgraded to a new weapon since we last saw him.
Well, we're no different there. That aside, considering the number of people...
Yeah, either Kasum is gonna be joining them, or...
Just so. This time I'll be evaluating your progress from this side of the battlefield. Particularly you, Van. I want to experience firsthand just how much you've improved in your martial skills.
Saw this coming a selge away.
I'll give it my all.
This will also serve as my way of properly greeting the young Divine Blade. And as for you, Kevin, Ein told me to make sure you didn't have an easy time.
Oh, come on! Why she gotta single me out like that? Well, that's the way it's gonna be. So, are you two planning to join in, or are you gonna just skulk around in the back?
What?
Impressive Fifth Dominion.
Oh my god, I know that voice.
The rumors say.
Very impressive. I even had us wrapped up in 2 whole layers of shard camo.
Dude, they are throwing out everybody. That is Lapis and Rufus Alberea, dude.
No way. And you.
Lapis?
So we met Lapis last game. She was the red fairy, but she was actually Lapis from before that.
Hello, Fairy. Good to see you again too, Altina. This is the first time we've met since my new body, though, right? Well, how do I look?
Wow, you look great! You're way different from the photo I saw before, though. Meister Jorg must have crafted a new body for you, didn't he?
That's right. I'm still breaking it in, though. It's been a while, Van and Bearguard. But it feels like forever since I saw you, Reen.
I know what you mean. It's been nearly 2 whole years. I almost didn't recognize you at first, Lapis.
Man, what is with all of our social networks?
Is it even going to show us
we're looking at a
Rufus?
5-on-5 then? This the something a bit different?
Did
you
I miss
decided
it
on?
showing Rufus's name?
Yes. And though the teams are now even, you should know we've calculated your odds of winning at about 30%.
Yeah, we're fighting some of the
I'm
hardest
certainly hoping to see
characters
you
in the
beat
entire
those odds.
series.
Just watch. You too, Master. I'm gonna be going all out here.
Me too! Get ready for me, Reset!
Certainly. I'll be giving it my all as well.
Well, 3 of the hardest characters and then Rosette.
That's the spirit. Just how you young folks should be.
Well then, looks like it's time for us to butt heads yet again, Reen.
Just what I want. I hope you haven't lost your edge.
This will be a good opportunity to fully test Clown Soleus' new mode.
Yeesh. I didn't think everyone was gonna get so worked up here.
It's fine for people like us to get the blood pumping every once in a while, wouldn't you say?
There he is. Rufus Alberea. He's wanted by the government.
Don't go and lump me in with the likes of you.
Yeah, checks out you'd object to being tossed in with him.
Indeed. After all, Rufus is quite the villain.
He is. He's one of the
Thought
best
I
villains in the entire
recognized the
series.
voice. Nice to meet you in person, boss. Are Swin and Nadia off somewhere?
Yes, they went back home for a bit. Thank you for looking after them while they were in Calvert, Mr. Arkwright. And you, Reen. It's hard to believe 2 years have flown by already. You're 23 now, yes? You look different. More confident.
Thanks. I'm happy to say that you seem the same as ever. Let's talk more later. Right now, I'm looking forward to facing you. I can tell that each and every one of our opponents are experts. If we want any hope of winning, we'll have to work together, Mr. Arkwright.
Got it. Fairy, no good priest, let's give him hell.
His name's Kevin.
Ready to get this thing started.
I've completed shard integration with the Zypha. We're ready for combat.
Then, at long last, let the battle begin.
I could go on and on about both Crow and Rufus. They are both villains turned good guys. If you guys have not watched a recap, please go watch the recap. I'm going to include it in the description. I know it's long. At least watch the Cold Steel recap. You can kind of skip the Crossbell and Sky arc, but go watch the Cold Steel arc. I mean, these two characters are some of the best in the series. So you can see here we have to defeat all enemies, and we have a bonus condition to defeat the enemy within 60 turns. And yes, we do want to complete it in 60 turns because that'll give us a bonus. Now, I'm going to swap out... What? Let me swap. Why can't I swap out? I don't want to use Fairy. Okay, well, looks like it's going to make me. This is zero cost art, so let's just do this. Okay, so this is Blitz. I don't know what Blitz is. So we'll just click A. Oh, wait, no, it wants me to use an art? Oh, does it want me to use an art? Is that what it's telling me to do? So I don't know if this is just something it hasn't taught me yet. We're on turn 2. Can I use battle help? Where is this? It's not telling me, so let's do a normal attack. Okay, so Blitz Chain is just... Okay. Blitz is activated when it appears at a T bonus. With a Blitz Chain, an extra party member can join in to attack targets with an additional hit. Can be activated with a normal attack. Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
This is Blitz. Its utility is incredible.
Ow. Ow.
You should be thanking the Zypha.
Dude, this is crazy. Anti-shard commands. Some characters will use anti-shard commands. These will overwrite the party's shard commands, so be careful. You can overwrite theirs in return, but doing so will consume an additional boost gauge. Dude, this is brutal. And it won't let me swap in Kevin, which sucks. We are going to use... We gotta win this in... How many turns? Why am I targeting... Oh, because... There we go. We have to win this in 60 turns. Okay, we get the Blitz. I'm going to use Vivid Calendula, because what this will do is give me immunity and shield to my whole party. So we won't be able to take damage here. And then Ashen / Luminous Flux. What does that mean? Let's use it.
Life and death ever
Oh, this is such a cool version of his ultimate. So cool. Okay, well, we basically just need to S-break here because we are in trouble if we don't. So let's go ahead and vandalize Raid. I will just skip through his. We've seen it. Okay, so this activates an enemy's S-break. They can essentially just do it. Now's a good time to use ZOC, as it says. He has like a double-bladed sword. It's so cool. The good thing is we're immune right now. So I believe we take 0 damage from this. Thank God we were immune.
Fire in your eyes, Van. More so than you did when we last journeyed together.
Could say the same to you, Master.
Wow, you two got even stronger when I wasn't looking.
Reed and I become more powerful every day. Come on, Rufus! Pull yourself together!
I've no intention of quitting, thank you.
You won't get away with this!
And you can swap teammates, thank God. Because I do not want her in here. Let's go over to Kevin.
Oh, you now!
Here's the hell.
And now he should be able to use Spear of which is... Dude, this is going to look so cool. I hope. If this doesn't look cool, I'm going to be so disappointed.
This should prove interesting.
Go ahead and hit these guys. So this is his Dominion ability. So cool. We haven't seen any of his stuff in 3D before, so this is like the first time we're seeing this. Wow. Well, there goes 3 of them.
Okay, I'm calling it here.
Now we just have to deal with the one that was throwing a shield up.
I've grown a bit rusty.
Activate! Prepare yourself!
She activated ZOG, so we're gonna get hit twice here. We still have our shield up, so I don't think she's gonna be able to do any damage to us. Yeah, we're guarding all of it. We're on turn 17. We have plenty of time here, but we're out of S-crafts, so let's just do normal attacks. And then, yeah, I think we have to do normal attacks up until we get back to our last turn. Let's get a breath here. This is going to heal us. And then let's use a rabbit sword and punch. Okay, we should now have, yeah, people are starting to pop back up. So Ashen Slash. And then Vandalize the Raid. There we go. That's the fight. We hit the bonus objective. And we leveled up. Everyone hit level 7. I think it was just Van who was behind. And because we did it, we got the additional 2 SP.
I ain't showing any mercy. You're getting the full course. Azure Sunray! Battle over. The winner, XY team. That was way too close.
Agreed. But still, we managed to do it.
Sheesh. Didn't think I'd need to pull even that move out of my sleeve.
Ah, damn it. I guess I screwed around a bit too much.
As did I. Perhaps I need to go retrain myself from the basics.
Ha! If they've got someone like you talking that way, it's proof just how much these young ones have grown.
Incredible! You really beat Rufus and the others. Fairy, Altina, and Reset too. You all did great.
Lapis and Reset, the two of you gave some amazing shard support.
Agreed. You both seem to be able to bring out the full potential of the 6th generation orbments.
Both of you performed excellently as well. Your armament's new mode was very impressive, Miss Orion.
Well, well. I just witnessed a most remarkable battle.
Ugh, figures he'd show up now.
This guy.
The new shard function shows promise, and the test of Miss Lapis's new body that Meister Jorg requested has gone excellently too. As our way of thanks for your participation, we've prepared a banquet for you all. I do hope you'll attend and enjoy yourselves.
About 3 months ago, these are essentially the events of Daybreak 2. The day after the Aramis Academy Festival, the Calvard Republic's presidential office made a worldwide announcement of a startling plan.
For the past 2.5 years, we've been preparing. Slowly and surely, behind the scenes. And now, it brings me great pride to announce an initiative that will blaze a trail to the future of not just Calvard, but all Zemuria. This bold new plan will be known as Project Startaker. What lies beyond the sky is the last great frontier for mankind, a threshold none in all recorded history have been able to cross. Yet we will extend our reach past the atmosphere and leave behind a satellite that will help us realize manned spaceflight. As many of you may know, for over a century, a mysterious phenomenon has been slowly reducing Zemuria's eastern reaches to a wasteland. It has been theorized that observing the affected areas from the proper vantage point could provide valuable clues to a solution. Further, the benefits of a communication satellite are unmistakable, particularly in terms of expanding the Orbital Net's video capabilities. Make no mistake, this will usher in an era of innovation in economics and industry, the likes of which we've not seen since the Orbital Revolution.
Though initially incredulous at the idea, many listeners found themselves drawn in by the President's explanation. Despite the Republic's strength, the current age was one of uncertainty, and the thought of forging a path forward resonated deeply with many. And then, as proof of his bold initiative, the President unveiled an incredible new facility to the world.
Deep within the Ishgal Mountains, in the southern reaches of central Zemuria. It is here, in the area once known as Konlone, that we've built a launch site for our rockets in a secluded basin. I present to you Zeku Space Base, the stage upon which we will reach the stars and home of our newly established aerospace force.
The man selected to lead the operation was General Daniel Herring. As head of the Republic's military forces, further details on Project Startaker would come directly from him.
The first phase will involve the launch of a communication and observation satellite via the orbital rocket, Independence 2. With the satellite in orbit, the second phase will see us launch a dummy unit in order to confirm pilot safety for a proposed manned spaceflight. If the results from the dummy unit meet expectations, we will move to our final phase and launch a rocket containing the first astronaut.
Our candidate for this historic first manned flight is an ace pilot from the Calvardian Air Force, recipient of the Winged Silver Star Medal for her valor in the war, Major Emilia Haring.
Hello.
That's Hermes,
I'm
right?
Major Emilia Haring of the Aerospace Force.
I believe so.
Being chosen for this role is the greatest honor of my life. And it'll be a heck of a lot more fun than war.
Setting aside the necessity of national defense, I'm in agreement that it's much better to look to the future than to conflict. A goal this ambitious would typically be expected to take upwards of half a year, but you have my word that we'll do it in only 4 months. The initial satellite launch will occur 1 month from now. People of Calvin, no, of all Zemuria, let us reach out and grasp this continent's future together!
Major Haring, she's amazing.
Going to space?
Only President
The
Grandpa can do
presidential
something
office
like
will
this.
release more info on the space program at a later date.
So this is what my father has been working on behind the scenes.
I know they said it was going to be a big announcement, but I never could have seen that coming.
Space? You can even go all the way up there?
It shouldn't be completely impossible, but it'd take some major technological breakthroughs.
Why is putting a satellite up there such a big deal? Doesn't Marduk have a bunch in orbit already?
Yes, but all of those are low-altitude models that function within the atmosphere. For one to be set in orbit outside of the atmosphere would indeed be a historic feat.
Right. And this explains why Ikaruga had the eastern mountain range sealed off.
Oh.
So in the end, those cagey bastards were hired by the president to keep things under wraps. What are the odds this whole thing turns into a huge pain in the ass?
Damn near 100%. A huge national project, even bigger than the Zypha, announced out of nowhere? Ridiculous amounts of Mira and info are gonna be swirling around this thing. Both the public and underworld will be thrown for a loop. Swin and Nadia might be gone for now, but I got word from Master that he'll be back soon. Till then, we'll just have to handle all the 4 SPGs that are gonna come our way with our current group.
Got it.
I'll work on upgrading the orbital connection then. Oh, but aren't things going to get busy for you at school again, Agnes?
Well, a little, yes. We've decided that Albert will be our candidate for the student council election. So I'll have to help out with that a bit every so often, but I intend to spend as much time here as I'm able.
I'll also pitch in when I can. Though it seems like I'll be busy with a few things in Liberl and some other places.
I'll monitor any information coming in from Marduk as best I'm able.
That'll be a big help, thanks. Betting there'll be plenty involved with this whole space operation, just like Ikaruga. Speaking of, Renee's not gonna give me anything, but I might be able to get something from the guild through Elaine.
Hey, don't forget about me! I've got plenty of time to help now that we've finished the shoot.
That announcement was a big surprise, but I'm glad I can work with everyone like this again. This means I'll need to pay attention to news about the Genesis, and whatever Dad is planning, though. Huh?
Agnes? Is everything okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I was just thinking that I'll have to really give it my all from here on. Oh, right! Hey, Fairy, before things get too busy, how about we go and look at some new clothes together? For real? I'd love to!
I really want to go too, but I couldn't possibly say it out loud.
What are you getting all red in the face for? I'll come along too, so no need to be shy about it.
In that case, as the resident movie star, I'll coach you all in the latest fashions.
What am I gonna do with you all?
It seems like things are about to become quite lively around here.
As the next month passed and the season changed, the news was dominated by daily updates related to the space program. Working alongside the guild, Van and his group took care of a number of incidents that would otherwise have slipped through the cracks. And with May's arrival came the student council election at Aramis Academy. And the election of its new president. The very next day, the space program's first phase commenced. Two-stage to orbit, orbital rocket. I didn't see what the name was. Can't do anything about that going fast. This is the rocket launch we saw right at the beginning of the game. I also want to say I know this episode's going a little bit longer. As soon as we're out of all these cutscenes, we will be winding down the episode. But I wanted to go ahead and get through that fight. I just didn't realize it'd be about 30 minutes worth of cutscenes afterwards. That's Trails for you, though. Trails will throw 2-hour-long cutscenes at you sometimes. Not really. The longest is like 45 minutes, and usually it's at the end of the game. So we sent a rocket to space. Dude, that looks like a laser beam. That's powered off solar energy. Its latest comms and observation satellite, Prometheus 4. So we've seen everything up to this point. It might have just been filling in all the gaps with what our characters were up to between games. As the days went on, the other members of the group made their return to the office, the temporary members included. Ben was even able to finally meet with his old friends and catch up, enjoying a relaxing conversation for the first time in a long while. By June, however, the three had lost contact once again, and the number of 4 SPGs skyrocketed. With the help of all of his assistants and the already busy Agnes and Ren, he was finally able to catch up breath by the end of the month. It was at that time that Burgard had to leave Edith once again on business. Then 3 days after his departure, three members of the group got a call out of nowhere, inviting them to participate in a live combat trial at Marduk HQ in Ohrid State. And now we're in the present. And so,
It really was a surprise. I had heard you accepted a contract with Marduk to test their new products, Crow. But I never expected to find that you had as well, Rufus.
Well, it's not like I'm an employee here or anything. I'm just a freelancer, so I'm in kind of the same boat as that Arkwright guy. But I was just as surprised to bump into Mr. Man in Black here. Turns out he signed on at about the same time as me.
The last I had heard, your group was traveling all over the continent, using the Republic as a base. Is that right?
Alas, I couldn't exactly waltz back into Erebonia now, could I? So, we've been traveling around the Republic, the northern countries, the Free Cities, and the Central Eastern countries. And once Meister Jorg joined up with Marduk, we were able to make a connection here through him.
And it's thanks to that that I was able to upgrade to a new body. This body really is a technological masterpiece. It can even let me get drunk.
That certainly is amazing, but, isn't it a bit too early for you to start drinking?
Agreed. I think that should wait until you're a grown-up. Let's say, about the same time Nadia's old enough to drink.
Well, I guess it's okay if it's the same as Nadia.
Sheesh, you may look a bit bigger, but you haven't changed much at all on the inside.
Speaking of Swin and Nadia, you mentioned they'd returned home?
Right. The two of them are originally from Remiferia. Oh, it's a shame neither has any family left there to visit.
Still, running into a divine blade and 2 church members here is one thing. But I sure didn't wake up this morning thinking I'd be meeting both C the First and C the Second over there.
Agreed. Both of those gentlemen were at the center of great upheavals in the Empire and Crossbell only a handful of years ago. Not only that, but it's clear that they each have top-level combat potential.
You know, between them and Mr. Spriggan here, Marduk really went out of its way to go after the cream of the crop when it comes to shady dudes.
Lumping me in with them, huh? Well, I can't even really argue against that.
Oh, don't even worry about it. They're all just external contractors. It's not like they're official Marduk employees or anything. Besides, we've all got some skeletons in our closets, right? Guys like them understand a little give and take better than most.
Here at Marduk, fairness is a core policy. In addition, by cultivating working relationships with such individuals, we build a more robust crisis management network. In fact, our technical cooperation with the Septian Church is born of this same philosophy.
I suppose I won't reject such a stance out of hand.
Yeah, if us church folk are making use of hollow and shard technology, then we indirectly benefit from it too.
But Qasim, that can't be the only reason for today's test and all the other stuff you're doing, can it?
Ah. Right. You've gone through your adornment ceremony. So tell me then, Farida, how do you see all this?
I still haven't learned enough about the latest technology or political stuff. But as an honorary substitute priestess of the Kruga, I'm slowly learning how to see the big picture a bit better. Like that big announcement the Republic made back in April, for example. Since then, it's become a great flame, fed by the breath of many and causing a strong updraft. And many people, both good and bad, are looking to ride this draft upwards. So the reason you called us here for this test should have something to do with all that, shouldn't it?
Fairy, you're really something else.
Wowee. You're one of the Kruga, is that right?
Seems like our young girl grew up while I was away.
Well, she's the one with the most potential to grow, after all.
Indeed. Watching her do so has been a treat.
Don't forget those thoughts and feelings. They are, more than anything else, the most important quality for a priestess. They may even help you find your own way in the tumultuous draft to come.
Huh?
My apologies for making you wait, everyone. It may not be much, but I've prepared a humble repast for you to show my gratitude for your continued friendship. We have available handmade finger foods, sandwiches, first flush tea, as well as freshly roasted coffee. We also have a selection of sweets from all over the continent, starting with dried fruits from Valis. Please enjoy.
No freaking way! They even got stuff from that famous place in Le Mans!
Hooray! I'm just going to have to try them all.
I've come to expect such passion for sweets from Lapis. But,
Let me guess. Mr. Spriggan's got a major sweet tooth, too.
He most definitely has a certain enthusiasm for desserts, yes.
he even started writing a sweets review blog on the net recently.
Yep. Definitely a hardcore sweet tooth.
Come on, man. Ain't you supposed to be some back alley problem solver? Live up to the reputation a little.
Given that both of us have died before, I bet we have a fair bit in common. What do you say we get to know each other better?
I'm not worthy of your regard, but I would love to speak with you, Mr. Zeman.
Looks like things have calmed down for now. Let's get to sniffing out some info. I'd be crazy to let this chance slip by. We got folks from Thor's, the ex-government general of Crossbell, high-ranking church members, and Marduk too, of course. Still, probably best I keep things casual for the time being. And the event markers. Essentially, there's different markers you can get. Red ones will be the main story. Yellow will be optional side quests. Blue will be sub-events or items that you can miss out on. And yellow are conversations involving topics. You can see all of those both on the field and the minimap. And it can never be good, right? Things are always going to go bad when we're in a good spot like this. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and go talk to all of our friends around here and finish up the prologue and get on with the main story. I will see you guys then.